Story gets sweeter or sour depending on how you're looking at it, and Parliament seems to have conceded defeat in explaining how contraband and possibly contaminated sugar could have found its way to the shelves. A group of legislators now want the Director of Criminal Investigations to conduct a probe in order to bring those behind the sugar scandal to book. Others are even asking President Uhuru Kenyatta to intervene in order to protect the sugarcane farmer. NTV's Mel Miendo with more.
Legislators gave a brutal assessment of the sugar report, which failed to gain approval from a majority of the House members.
They ended up formulating their own question, coming up with their terms of reference, now coming up with their observations and making recommendations that are illegal and unconstitutional. It is very wrong and very unfortunate, because we have used a lot of resources to allow that committee to sit. They were facilitated by Parliament, which is funded by the taxpayers' money.
Some legislators appear to admit that due to the inefficacies by the Joint Parliamentary Committee on Trade and Agriculture, the sugar scandal should be investigated outside the House.
There are other agencies that can still carry on investigations. The DCI, for example, is obligated in law to go and do proper investigation into those issues and take appropriate action, that is, if necessary.
We may also bring on board an investigative department so that it can help Parliament to achieve more on matters of investigation than what it is today.
Other legislators are of the view that the Kenya-led committee did not address the issues that Kenyans wanted to know and failed to implement measures that would protect local sugarcane farmers from contraband sugar.
Parliament lost an opportunity to rein in, because by importing 1 million tons and yet the country only needs 200,000 shortfall from local manufacturing, you are actually saying that we have imported sugar that we would have imported in the next 5 years.
The issue of sugar is very sensitive, and as we speak now, the sugar we have in this country can last for 3 years, which is very dangerous. Even the sugar industries, they cannot even move. Western, they are crying. They have almost closed down the factories.
Members of Parliament are now calling for a direct intervention from President Uhuru Kenyatta, saying Kenyans are at a risk of possibly consuming contaminated sugar, which could be in the market. Mel Miendo, NTV.